You know, coming to Lubbock and playing an undefeated team was quite a challenge. Tommy Tuberville has done a great job with his program and bringing his guys along, and so we knew we were going to have our hands full, and we did on every phase of the game. You know, it was a test for us, our guys, to come out in the second half and try to continue to win that football game. I thought we had a pretty good first half, but Dodge made the game very interesting with some of the throws that he made. Phenomenal player. This phenomenal player, he really made some big-time throws in that ball game under pressure. I thought our guys responded well to the challenge that they had. Keep fighting the adversity of the ball game. We did some things to put ourselves in some tough situations at times. We kind of went to a running game format because they were forcing us to throw when we were in our subgroup, and so we ended up going with a two tight end package to try to solidify the edges a little bit. It limited us a little bit on what we could call, so we get a little bit conservative there, I thought. But we're able to take time off the clock and be able to move the ball when we had to move the ball for the most part. Take my head off to Texas Tech. They're a fine football team, and they got a lot of wins ahead of them.
Mike, how good did it feel in that locker room just to get a victory?
It's great. It seems like it's been forever since we've had this feeling. We watched. I showed them on Thursday, Friday after practice. I showed them tapes of our locker rooms last year, and then showed them tapes of our locker rooms again today. And so that's what we're fighting for, those feelings that we had last year, being in that locker room after Kansas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Texas Tech, and Baylor. And so we kind of went back down memory lane a little bit and relived some of those feelings, and we have that same feeling in there today. I think the play of the game was Dustin Harris's block on the field goal, and obviously the return by T. Fred. Phenomenal play in the game, and really was a deciding factor in the ball game if you really want to look at it.
Coach, can you talk about Jeff Fuller's concussion? Is he doing all right?
I haven't had a chance to meet with the doctors yet, but he got hit. And you really don't know about a concussion until you do all the workup on him, but he got hit and they held him out.
Coach, Howard Matthews got his first start tonight and really stepped up in a big way. Can you talk about what that was like to see him come in and make some big plays?
Who's that?
Howard Matthews.
Yeah, we played two freshmen today. Played a freshman guard, Jarvis Harrison, and played a freshman in the safety position, and Howard Matthews, and thought he came in and made some really nice plays for us. And it looks, I got to watch the tape, but I got to guess that Jarvis did a nice job as well. Can't say enough about our offensive line, the job that they did, and controlling the line of scrimmage. That was the difference in the ball game offensively for us to be able to move the ball and run the football the way we did.
Coach, you really leaned pretty heavily on the running game. Can you talk a little bit about why you made that switch there?
I did. That's one of the first things I said was the fact that we ended up being like 3 runs to about because they were blitzing us and coming after us in our subgroups. I didn't want it to be a throw fest out there, so I wanted to have some balance around the football. And then we started to run the ball out of our two tight end package, and one of them sometimes becomes a fullback, and it was working for us, so we kind of stayed with it.
Coach, you were up 8, started the fourth quarter, had that 3 and out, followed immediately by the score. How big was that for you?
That was huge. Obviously, that was a big play in the game.
Coach, can you talk about the fact that you guys have had trouble getting turnovers, and tonight was kind of the same thing? And then you get the block and then you score off of it?
Yeah, I mean, you got to count that as a turnover. We had our hands on a couple balls. We just can't seem to reel them in. And I know DeMontre had one, and some other guys had one. But that turnover in the ball game, to make a play like that, Dustin's been blocking them in practice pretty regular. And to have Terrence Frederick be Johnny on the spot and pick that thing up, that was huge. That was a big swing in the game.
What can you say about Epperson's not playing football, Coach?
What's that?
What can you say about Epperson's?
Yeah, he did. I thought he did a nice job. I mean, you got to look at other than the squib kick that we, It was a little frustrating on that squib kick because somebody in the second line nailed it and returned it to the midfield, which you get a question, well, our decision to do that, but we were kicking into the wind and we just wanted to cut it, but it never got to the third level, so it didn't turn out to be a great decision for us.
Coach, any motivation from the bus incident last night?
No, I never even told them about that. It's a bunch of college kids having fun. Doesn't bother me. I've done a lot worse in my day.
All right, that's the job of your quarterback. You didn't mention it.
No, he did a good job managing the game. I thought he did a really good job of managing the game. He's a total unselfish quarterback. He doesn't care if we throw for 5 yards or 500 or we rush for 500. He just wants to win the football game. That's what I love about him. He's a winner.